Yo, it's your boy Lolo. Vacation's over, son. Time to dust off that stoop, you know what I'm saying? It's finally here, 21-22. Premier League is back and we're back with the Stoop Crew. Mark and Lolo on the stoop talking nonsense, not doing research, just talking from the conscience. James back in action talking nothing but leads, not just running with the facts, being the villain that we need. Can't attack the German gunner and Liverpool Chris. Jazz rapping Man United, Lawler taking the piss. So sit back, don't relax and get your comments in, cause we're back on the stoop, so let the nonsense begin.
What's going on, football fans? It's your boy Lolo. Glad to see the Stoop Crew has been in the house having a good old conversation for the past, 2 hours or so, off and on, I'm sure. But straight away, we had Jimmy's Ghost with the first one in today. Good evening to you, Jimmy's Ghost. Jimmy, Bremer's Ghost. Good to see you. Ben bringing in the gossip mill from the Odegaard Lacazette stuff. I don't know about all that. But good to see you in here, Anders, as well. Mr. Tom, Scott Newby, Mr. Tom leaving us in 26 minutes. What's going on? Jason Lillis, what's going on, all you guys? Bobby, who is actually the FPL guru in the house. He corrects me every time I'm wrong, which is a lot of times. So let's get to the show. As you guys know, with the fantasy show, I like to run through everything that I have planned, and then the last 10-15 minutes or so I'll talk with you guys and we'll ask each other questions and try and help each other out and take a peek at everybody's teams and things like that. So as Jason says, and we're off. All right, guys, so first things first, let's get started and let's take a peek at the Stoop Crew standings. And if you don't know what these Stoop Crew standings are talking about, it's probably because you're not in our league. You should be in our league, and the way to do that is to join the Stoop Crew. You join the Stoop Crew and you can sign up and join in all throughout the season. Yes, you'll be down points, but you'll get to play, and you may score the highest in the game week, and I will highlight your team. So let's start. Here we are down at the bottom. Justin dropping points here. I think, who was it? Anders was in the back last week. Anders, hell of a showing with 74 points right there. Ben Ireland went up a step. Rob Greenleaf, I thought, would be doing better. The Mr. Tominator's going down. John C. going up. Who do we have? Via Martin in 22nd. Terry in 18th going down. I thought he would be better than me as well. Jazz, Man United, 17th place. And there's Lolo's Locos sitting in 15th. I'm in a steady incline. Put me in the middle there. Put me in the middle of the screen. There, in the middle. There we go. Lolo's Locos sitting right there at 15th. I think I was like 20th last week. So, hey, not doing too bad, I think. I had a pretty good 72. I did make 2 changes. You guys will see those. We'll get to those in just a minute. So, let's go up from there. Then we have all the Lolly, Burnsy, Stephen Lawler, John Lawler, all those guys. Go back down a little bit because I wanted to point out here, James Reeves, Boddington's Ballers, having a baller of a week. All right, keep going up. Let's see where we go. Where was Bielsa Bucket Nick Howard? He had the most points last week, 84. Dropped 30 this week. I think he had like a bench boost or something last week. That's why. So Scott Newby stays in 3rd place. Good job, Scott, there. Ben, AZ Leeds Johnson. Ben Johnson right here stays in 2nd place. Avia Blues with another 70-plus points. Sticking in 1st place for the 3rd week. He's been in 1st place every week. He was tied with Ben the 1st week, but now, week 2 and week 3, Avia Blues. Damn. All right. Ben, you made up a little headroom, a little headway on him. You got 5 points to go, Ben. And then you'll be there. But watch out behind you guys, because Scott Newby, if he plays his game week 4 right, he could jump over you guys. He's not too far behind. All right, so you got to keep it up. All right, speaking of Avia Blues, why don't we take here it is. Let's take a look at who he had on his team. So Avia Blues chilling in 1st place again. Had Sanchez with just a normal day. Luke Ayling, a normal day. Even Bruno Fernandes, normal day. Ben Rama, who I told you guys to pick up, and I actually picked up. Normal day, a blank, they might say. Played a full 90, but a blank. Danny Ings cooling off a little bit, but he did captain Mikel Antonio, which was one of the best captains that you could have out there in like the realistic world of captains. I mean, nobody's captaining Conor Gallagher. I doubt many people were even playing Conor Gallagher. But Luke Shaw having another 6 point, another clean sheet, which really should have been a 0-0 clean sheet, I thought, but they won that somehow. And for not so good of a day for Alexander Arnold, Ben Rama, Luke Ayling, your keeper, even Danny Ings, still had a decent week with Antonio. Wilson getting on the sheet, Salah getting that penalty. So good, well played. So let's actually take a look at the guy who scored the most points this week, and it was a surprise to me. It was a surprise to Mark, a surprise to probably James himself. James won the week because he had a very well-timed triple captain. And for those of you who don't know what the triple captain is, it's when you put a triple captain on your captain and you get 3 times the points instead of 2. It's pretty self-explanatory, but you only get to use it once. So triple captain for Jamie Vardy, and Jamie Vardy was playing like who were they playing? Norwich. So anyone against Norwich, except for probably Arsenal this week or this coming week, but anybody playing Norwich who usually gets on the sheet, you may want a captain, may want a triple captain. But James also had a Mikel Antonio there. Because, I mean, look, Rafinha, Tielemans, Jota, Soufal, all blanked or worse. Alexander Arnold, Danny Ings once again. But a strong showing from Jamie Vardy with the triple captain. Very smart. And Ederson with the 6 points helped out in the back. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Lolo's team. I took my own advice, as it says down here. I had 2 transfers and a ton of cash in the bank. So I went ahead and I got rid of Daka, I believe. Patson Daka. And I got Mikel Antonio. And then I got rid of a midfielder. I forgot who I got rid of. And I threw Ben Rama in there. So Ben Rama didn't do me so well, but I had a captain in Antonio that did me pretty damn well. And I was allowed to have Calvert-Lewin stay on, and I actually started Tyrone Mings, but he didn't play last minute, so he got pulled, which was great because I had Ivan Toney on the bench, but he came off and gave me 6 points to put me in the 70s, which was great. Soufal, West Ham, having a little trouble, not as good defensively as I had thought about, so I will be starting to second-guess that choice of Soufal. Of course, Kurt Zuma's coming in. They just got another guy. We'll be talking transfer deadlines tomorrow. That show will come out on Thursday. We'll get into all that, and then next Tuesday, we will talk about who we're really bringing in. But it may be a little bit of... it may be a time to start looking at Soufal. And another defender that you may want to start looking at is Luke Ayling. Leeds just seem to be giving up goals right now, and he has had to play in the back a lot more and hasn't been able to get us forward as much as he likes. So I know a lot of people that have Luke Ayling in their team, and it's just not working out besides that one goal. Because remember, if you give up 2 goals, you lose a point. You get a yellow card, you lose a point. Then you're at 0. So even if he scores, at best, you're, a 5? 6? And that's him scoring, which is rare. So anyway, it's time to start looking at that. And I have a big issue coming up that later in the show I'll ask for some help on what I should do. Because as you can see, my 2 keepers are in the red. Foster doesn't even play to begin with, but now he's injured. And Martinez is off to Argentina, and that's a red-listed country. So he's going to have to come back and miss their next game. Their next game anyway for Villa is against Chelsea. I'm thinking at best he still gives up a goal. So I don't know. I was probably going to have to switch him out, but I can't switch him out for Foster. So it looks like I am pretty happy with my team, so it looks like I'm going to have to replace my keeper, and I think I have enough money that I can keep Martinez, just replace Foster, and bring someone in for the week, and go from there. Or just get rid of Martinez. I don't know. We'll talk about that soon. Okay, so let's look at the players. So we've talked about Mikel Antonio, and we've talked about all these other people, so let's actually take a peek and see who scored the most points as far as players. Ferran Torres, 18 points. He had 5 points total in the 2 previous matches combined. 18. Now, that was against Arsenal. Very, very bad Arsenal team. Very bad Arsenal defending that should get better. But this week he goes up against Leicester. Remember, Leicester beat them last season? Didn't they? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. I don't know. What I do know is that Manchester City has not picked up a striker. Everybody's thinking they're going for a striker, so they have Ferran Torres and Gabriel Jesus, who's down here. He scored 12. Jesus, I just don't like him as a forward. If they had him as a midfielder, then I would be interested in keeping him on the team or putting him on the team. But right now, for $8.5 million versus 7.1 million for Ferran Torres, I'd go with Ferran Torres. And Ferran Torres is the midfielder, but he's playing in more of a central striker role. So they didn't sign anybody, so Ferran Torres wouldn't be a bad shout. Conor Gallagher had a crazy day. He had 2 goals, should have had the 3rd assist for the win against West Ham. His defender just knocked it over. But Gabriel Jesus did very well with the assist. He's getting in there on the assists. Varane had a great game. Antonio had a great game. But see what I mean as far as like captaining? Vardy's really the only guy you were going to captain besides Antonio, I believe. Unless you were crazy smart to captain Ferran Torres against Arsenal. But I think that was one of those games where, yeah, a bunch of people are going to score. You just never know who. Emi Buendia had a decent game, but once again, Emi Buendia is off to Argentina. And he will be in isolation for 10 days after that. So he's out for the match against Chelsea as well. Salah did all right. Here we go. Son on the sheet again. So if we look at that, now let's go ahead and check out the total points and see who our best players are right now. And it's Mikel Antonio. That's why on the thumbnail that I put out today, he is essentially undroppable. So if you look at this, his form is 13.3. Form means his average in the last, his average of the last however many games. And so being 3 games, he's at 13.3. That's incredible. He can't keep that up. He can't. I say he can't, but they play Southampton next. They give up goals. Mikel Antonio's been a beast. Then they play Man United. Man United haven't looked that fantastic. Yes, they can score goals, but they should have given up goals to Wolves. If Wolves could score, Man United would have lost that game because Wolves were by far the better team. So hopefully... But look, that's really the one hiccup because after Man United for Antonio, then he has Leeds United. Sorry, Leeds fans, but you give up goals, and Antonio's just the type of guy to get them. Then they play Brentford. Then they play Everton. Then they play Tottenham. That's really, that's in October. Late October is the next real time that I see him possibly blanking. So yeah, if you don't have Antonio, put him in. Put him as captain. Put him as vice captain at least. Mo Salah, absolutely been fantastic, and Hugo Lloris is by far the biggest, the best keeper so far with a bunch of clean sheets. So here's an issue with Mason Greenwood. However, they've got Ronaldo coming in. Is Mason Greenwood going to play? Is Ronaldo going to come off the bench? Maybe for the first game, but once Ronaldo's acclimatized, he's starting, and you know how he is. He doesn't even like to leave the match. So Ronaldo will be playing 90 minutes nonstop. So yeah, that's a look into all these guys who are doing pretty well. I think, if I picked any Tottenham players, Son would have to be on there. Son is having a hell of a start of a season, and I think he's a little, as nice of a guy as Son is, I think he's a little butthurt that all this talk about Kane and how Tottenham's going to be screwed. He was like, "Oh yeah, watch this, pals," and he's having a killer one. So, yeah. So now I want to get to the point in the show where we start reading some comments and we start getting in here. I'm just looking at some of the comments now, and Claret and Big Blue on here. Off topic, but stay safe tomorrow night. Rumor has it Ida isn't an Arsenal fan. I guess we're gonna get hit by Ida. This is also where I get my weather news. But it's a big night in the UK. Yes, it is. So we decided not to touch it with the 10-foot pole, and we will deal with that tomorrow. And we'll put our transfer deadline day show out on Thursday because we have time. So 72 points, Bobby, giving me a little love. Yes, I thought it was a tough week, but I got helped out in multiple ways. Evening, Ben, doing better. Are you not a member? I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. Let me check it out. Are any of you guys members? I don't know. Let me fix that. Yes, Calvin Phillips is absolutely magic. So, guys, this is the point of the show where I need some help with my team. So, if we could toss my team up there, let me know what you guys think. Should I even waste time dealing with my keepers since Martinez is only going to be out for 1 week? He's almost always a starter because even in the bad weeks, he makes a number of saves. He's always got the chance to block a penalty, which is good points. He's got clean sheets in him. What should I do here? Yeah, Ben, that's weird. It's not popping up green for any... Or, yeah, Bobby's green. What happened to all you guys? All you guys got kicked out. I'll check on that after the stream, man. And Anders is there. Anders says, my team will take at least 75 points every week. Wow. Then let me take a peek at your team. Let's see. Anders. Where are you? Oh, because you started late. You started 1 game week late, but you are moving up the table, which is impressive, I have to say. So Anders, let me see if I can pop you up here. Boom. Here's Anders' team. He says he's going to take 75 points every week. He has Hugo Lloris, Ben Mee, Pascal Struijk, Luke Ayling. Look at that back line, man. I don't know about that. That's a Leeds fan right there for sure. But you got Salah, Son, Cleverly, Dallas, Murphy, Vardy, and Jesus. I don't know about 75 points every week. I mean, considering you didn't have a fantastic week, especially in the back line there, and in the middle of the park, yeah, maybe. Yeah. But I agree with you, Ben. I think it's time for Tony to go. The next game is against... the next game with Brentford is against... Not Chelsea. The next game against Brentford is Brighton. I think that's a very good matchup for Brighton. It'll be very defensive, but I feel Brighton nicks a win there and gets a clean sheet. Oh, yeah, which means I skipped an entire part of the show. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Scott. Scott says, personally, Lolo, I wouldn't chase a transfer on a goalkeeper where you're only likely to get 2 points. Exactly Martinez is Aston Villa is playing Chelsea. You're really only looking for 2 points anyway, so why waste that? Martinez will be back in the week after, so I'd save the transfer or use it elsewhere. I really feel like I'm just going to hang on to my transfer because I'm kind of happy with my team. I know Tony should go, but look, Tyrone Mings should be back for me. Ben White should be back, and we play Norwich. I think I'll be okay. And Ben is talking to you, Anders. He said Leeds defenders are going to cost you. So, guys, I completely forgot about this point in the show because I wanted to get to your comments, but I wanted to get to this part of the show. Y'all might want to pick these dudes up. And we're starting with defenders again, and maybe a little bit of a surprise because he didn't do very well this week, but I just talked about Brighton versus Brentford. I'm sticking with Shane Duffy. Look, he's 4.1 million. He only got 1 this week, but he's likely to get a clean sheet next week. So if you're trying to find a way to sneak some higher priced players in the next couple of weeks, maybe pull out a 6 or 7 defender for this 4.1 and save a couple $1 million. I think Shane Duffy has earned him at least another start against Brentford, and that's going to be a tough match. That's going to be probably 0-0 or 1-0 to Brighton. I have to say. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading some of these other things that are kind of getting ahead of us. So now let's move to midfield, and I just wanted to show a little love for Mr. Conor Gallagher. Yes, 15 points is rare. 2 goals is rare for this Crystal Palace midfielder, and he's coming up against Tottenham next. So maybe not this coming week or the following week, but somebody to keep an eye on. Conor Gallagher. Crystal Palace seem to be a bit of a mess right now. So maybe not pick up Conor Gallagher, but he's somebody to take a look at. I mean, 15 points against West Ham as well, who should have a better defense. Think about it. Keep an eye on him. See how he's doing. And I would like to see, because Crystal Palace haven't been able to really do anything, and he seemed to be the linchpin in everything that they did. So I feel like he's going to have assists. He's cheap enough for a midfielder. Maybe once they get through this rough patch, he might be worth an ad. So, yes, and this is a big one from Ben. Wait until after the international break to make changes. Do not make any changes right now. Or, I mean, you can make them and then make them again and make them again, or just keep tinkering, but just don't ever hit the final button, making sure that they do that. And then my last one of y'all might want to pick these dudes up is he's new to the league. We'll see how he acclimatizes, but he's known by a lot of people as the greatest player of all time. Cristiano Ronaldo for Man United, he's probably going to be like 12, 13 million. And as Scott says, I think most players on the game will be doing Bruno and Tony to Ronaldo and a $6 million midfielder. Yeah, so not absolutely certain that he's going to start right away for Newcastle. If he does, he's gonna get some points. And once he gets into the team, Ronaldo's just the type of guy that could be your permanent captain. Is it 12.5, Bobby? Have they said that's what it's going to be, or it's actually out now? 12.5 for CR7. 12.5 isn't that bad. I mean, Lukaku's the same way. Ronaldo, he plays 90 minutes. He will take over the penalties from Bruno. Bruno's going to get dumped by a lot of people. Now, Bruno may get a lot of assists, but is Bruno going to be worth that price tag now? I don't think so, and I think Bruno's price tag... thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much. I don't think Bruno's worth it. So, do I like the fact that Man United got Cristiano Ronaldo? Absolutely not. Do I like Ronaldo in the Premier League? As an Arsenal fan? No. As a fan of football? Yeah. So I'm glad we get to see him. Would have been awesome if Messi went to City, I mean, my team's not in the race this year anyway, either way, but a Manchester derby between Ronaldo and Messi, that would be fantastic. But not going to happen anymore. So, but listen, Ronaldo, he's gonna score goals, and he's gonna start, and he's gonna play. And Ben thinks Ronaldo will be a flop. He will get kicked and injured half the season. I don't know about that. Ronaldo hasn't spent much injury time because the man is a robot. He spends every waking hour focused on his body and his physique and training and all that. So I don't know. And it does all depend on whether Ronaldo takes those pens off of Bruno. You'd imagine he will, and I'd imagine he will. He may not have as much say as he does on the Portuguese national team, but I don't know. He might. He's still Ronaldo. And as good as Bruno Fernandes is, Ronaldo's a better striker. That's just not debatable. But anyway, those are our guys that you should at least be keeping an eye on, if not picking up. Once again, don't pick up Conor Gallagher right now. But keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him. That price tag may even go down, but 5.5 is like nothing for a midfielder that can get you goals and assists, especially from a team that is lacking creativity. He was uber creative during that match, in a tough match against West Ham over the weekend. So, guys, that's about it for what I have prepared today. So, if we can take a couple minutes and you guys let me see your comments, get your comments up on the screen right now. And Ronaldo will play until he's 46, Bandi says. I think that is quite possible. That is quite possible. Why the hell not? He keeps himself in the utmost physical peak. Let's see it. Ronaldo can't just be home written off, surely. We cannot write off Ronaldo. That is absolutely true. And it's not like he will have to fight to get in on the team. Doesn't matter how many people they have on the team. He will not sit on the bench. Just knowing him, that's just how he is. But I can't stress this enough. Do not make any changes until after the international break. You don't know who's going to get injured. You don't know who's going to get COVID. You don't know who is going to have to quarantine. All that. There you go. Ronaldo can't be written off so easily, surely. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jason. That is absolutely true. So, but yeah. Let me see if there's anything else on here that we need to get to. Yeah. So I hope the transfer deadline day fairies or genies or magicians, Santa Clauses brought you and your club everybody you wanted. I know Arsenal got a right back, which is fantastic, and we got rid of Hector Bellerin, so that's pretty good. I don't know about everything else. So did I get everything I wanted for transfer deadline day Christmas? No. But we got something. So there's that. Not like these other teams who buy the best players in the world and then buy more players and then buy more players and buy more players. So, yeah. So that's it for the show for today, guys. Don't forget to watch out for the video that's going to pop up on Thursday where we will be discussing all the biggest transfer deadline day transfers. And go on to onthestupidlolo.com and let us know who the most important transfer to you is. Write that in there and we'll make sure to get it into the show. Remember, we film tomorrow, so get those in tonight. But yeah, great to see you guys. Great talking with you guys as always. Hope you enjoyed the show. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share with everybody. Arsenal versus Norwich. Ooh. Yeah, that's about the reaction that everybody's having. Arsenal fans are going, this is our time to turn it around. And Norwich fans are going, this is our time to turn it around. Yeah, so that should probably be like a 7-7 draw, I would say. Anyway, love you guys. So thank you so much, Mark, for being in the booth. Thank you so much for being in the comment section, everybody, all the Stoop crew. You know we love you. we'll see you on Thursday and then Friday for happy hour. So, peace from Brooklyn, y'all. Oh.